I've been producing this really cool indie folk song written by my friend Marshall, who goes by the alias One More. Definitely check out his music. And while he wrote the entirety of this song, we've actually been producing it together, and so far the song's got pretty much all the instrumentation it needs. It's got acoustic guitar, bass, drums, vocals, but now it's time to record some electric guitar, which is actually my favorite part of any production, and I figured I would bring you along with me so that you could see my process, how I go about recording guitar, and yeah, let's get started. Here's a quick preview of the song we'll be working on today, and the structure is nothing out of the ordinary. It starts with like 2 bars of an acoustic guitar intro, then it goes into verse 1, hits a chorus, then it hits an instrumental, verse 2, chorus, then an even longer instrumental outro, and that's the song.
Feeling hotter than hell, lost my mind in the midday sun. Now
very simple. And now in my head I'm starting to think what I can put here with guitar. Maybe some slide guitar in the background. And there's that really cool piano lead right there in the second half of the verse.
Body feels like a battered sail.
And then here's a preview of the chorus.
'Cause I know you're never coming home with me. We were off and on in some.
Since here at this first chorus so many new things are being introduced, I don't imagine there'll be too much electric guitar going on here. But for the second chorus, maybe we can get away with some more electric guitar. Here's what the second chorus sounds like right now.
'Cause I know you're never coming home. We were off and on in something. I'm falling deeper every day, falling on my knees.
Finally, here's what the outro sounds like. So that's what we'll be working on today, and please keep in mind that nothing is really final. This is just early in production. There's still more things to take out or add, and of course a mix down to do. And same thing with the vocals. While they already sound great, there's still a lot of mixing to do to get them all on the right level and all the layers working together. So yeah, today let's just focus on electric guitar. I'm going to start with the intro and first verse and just play over it a bit. I've got my slide because I think there'd be good opportunity for some slide guitar in this song, and I've got the bridge pickup on my Telecaster to get a nice bright slide guitar kind of sound, and let's see what we can come up with.
Feeling hotter than hell, lost my mind in the midday sun.
I'm going to add a little more reverb to my guitar. That's better.
Feeling hotter than hell, lost my mind in the midday sun. Now I'm waiting.
Okay, so I think I like what I did at the beginning of this recording. Let me listen back.
Feeling hotter than hell.
So I like those 2 slides. Of course, they're too loud right now.
In the midday sun. Now I'm waiting for dark.
Yeah, I don't know if I want the slides to go during the vocals.
I've been fighting the wind.
Or maybe they come in the second half.
But
Alright, the second half of the verse here.
I've been fighting the wind.
Let's try that again.
I've been fighting the wind. Body feels like a battered sail. I could lay down to sleep on a bed of nails. I could lay down to sleep on a bed of nails. 'Cause
Okay, I think we've got the first verse done here. we have the intro and then the verse starts. Then when the piano comes in, we also come in with some slide guitar. And notice how this last waveform over here is bigger than the other waveforms. So typically what I like to do is grab it and lower the gain a bit, usually by about 3 or 4 dB. And that just about evens everything out. Let's add some compression.
On a bed
I think I want to move this over and just have that one slide to start the first verse.
feeling hotter than
Yeah, because I kind of like how intimate the intro is with just the acoustic guitar. Yeah. And then we introduce some guitar.
feeling hotter than hell.
Yeah. And you know what? I might take that same slide and put it over here.
I've been fighting the wind.
Yeah. I like those notes better.
Like a battered sail.
So I'm thinking that first chorus is no electric guitar. I kind of want to do a guitar slide into that instrumental. So let's record that real quick.
Home to me.
I think one guitar slide here is fine because if we were to add more, they just kind of get lost in the mix.
Coming home to me.
Oh, I'm also going to have to add some kind of cymbal swell transitions, so that's also going to be in the final that you're not going to hear now. I think we can add some cool distorted guitar chords here in the first instrumental as well.
Coming home to me.
Alright, so there I've recorded some beefy guitar chords, panned them left, they sound like this. And then I doubled that with a higher guitar part, panned it right. And together. Let's move on to verse 2.
Boots are kicking up dust. Hard to breathe in this lonely town. I just drink and I ask if you're around. Feeling heavy like stew.
For verse 2, I'm back on the slide guitar, and the first slide here to introduce the second verse, you can only really hear the reverb from the slide, which kind of makes a cool effect.
Boots are kicking up dust.
So what I'm thinking here for this last big chorus is that we add a new guitar part that still plays well with the guitar parts we made earlier for the instrumental. That way we can have that new guitar part on the chorus, and then in the instrumental after the chorus we have that guitar part with our older guitar parts all stacked together to create this symphony of electric guitar. Let's try it. I don't know if it'll work, but let's see what happens.
'Cause I know you never come home. We were all alone
That could be a wraps on all the guitar recording. Let's do some arranging and see what's up. Okay, so we introduced these two new distorted guitars in the chorus. Definitely too loud. Let's cut all those lows out. I also might have to cut that last note there. Yeah.
Coming home to me.
I'll probably have to automate the volume there so the reverb doesn't hold over so much. Yeah, these guitars are still too loud in the mix, so I'm gonna keep turning them down a bit. Now I'm gonna take these other guitars that I recorded in the first instrumental and copy them over to the second instrumental. Okay, now let's listen to the transition from the chorus to the instrumental and see if all the guitars work together.
Now I know you never come. Coming home to me.
I think for that last instrumental, I can get rid of that high guitar because it's kind of competing with those trumpet melodies. So yeah, that might be all the electric guitar we need on this song. Let's go ahead and recap what we recorded. So I decided to leave the acoustic guitar picking alone by itself in the intro, and then just use a guitar slide to introduce the vocals in the first verse.
Feeling hotter than hell.
Then it goes through the first half of the first verse. Then when we hit the counter melody in the piano, we add some more electric guitar. I'm gonna pan it just off the center.
Body feels like a battered sail. I could lay down to sleep on a bed of nails. 'Cause I know.
And then we opted for no electric guitar in the first chorus, but we add it in the first instrumental.
Coming home to me.
Those distorted power chordy guitars are just meant to be in the background to support the instrumental further. Then we have this cool transition to the second verse.
Boots are kicking up dust.
And we play slides through this whole verse.
Lonely town. I just drink and I ask if you're around. Feeling heavy like steel.
Then in the second chorus, we add some new guitar parts.
'Cause I know you're never coming home. We were off and on Sunday. I'm falling deeper every day.
Again, these guitars are also out of the way, not trying to be in the spotlight, and just trying to push the energy of the song further. And then finally, in the last instrumental, we have those crunchy guitars along with one of the pulsating quarter note guitars.
Coming home to me.
Well, that's the end of this video. I hope it gave you some insight on how you can go about recording some electric guitar on your folk songs. And yeah, as you can see, the key is less is more. You don't always want to be in the spotlight, and you just want to see how you can elevate the song further. I'm stoked to get this song finished, and a huge shout out to Marshall again for working with me on this song. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great one. Peace.